Alright, this is Rise of Knights, and today we are going to be talking about the Glamrock animatronics. So, personally, I think the Glamrock animatronics are people inside Springlock suits. Now, that may sound a bit weird, considering it's a Five Nights at Freddy's game, but Springlock suits can have animatronics inside of them, the endoskeleton, or exoskeleton. No, I think it's endoskeleton. Now, basically, I think this band is, stay with me, in the books, the Silver Eyes specifically, when they went into Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was encased in a mall. They built a mall around Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Now, I think that this mall is where the Glamrock animatronics perform. The reason I say so is because if you look in the corner of the image that is on screen, there are bricks. And when they were looking for the entrance to Freddy's, when they were inside the mall, the unfinished mall, they were looking for the bricks that had the message that Carlton or Marla wrote about Carlton. I don't want to ruin it in the books, but even though that's not ruining it, basically it said Carlton smells like feet, and it was engraved in the bricks. And if you look in this image, next on the right, bottom right corner, where it says Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, next to the entrance is bricks. So, even though the books aren't canon, it seems that this could be the same mall from the books if it got finished. So, there's two pieces of evidence. There's the bricks that could say a secret message and it's next to the entrance. And yeah. Now, what year does this take place in? That's another question. So, FNAF 2, The Bite of 87 took place, and this seems to be based in the 80s. So, I'd say maybe it takes place during 88. Now, another theory I have is that it is the FNAF 2 location that is in the background, because it could easily be. Maybe after the place was shut down, because the image in the picture there's no proof that it's open. Maybe that's before it was shut down by the Bite of 87. So maybe the FNAF 2 location, this is their, side thing. Maybe every Monday night or something, they have a show, and people are inside Springlock suits and perform, heavy punk rock, but not heavy metal, punk rock. Now, that could be a good theory, but personally, I think it's a new location. Now, another theory is that this is an existing location, like FNAF 1, but it seems like a new location. So, the obvious theory is that this is a new location. Maybe the mall was unfinished. Maybe it was canon that the mall, they built it around Freddy's and it remained unfinished for, let's say, 20 years or 30 years even. And they ended up opening it, 30 years later, and it basically just became a new area. And they restored Freddy's, and yeah. But who is Glamrock Freddy? Because no Freddy Fazbear location can be there without another set of children murders or an existing children murder. So, the obvious question is Springlocks. We know there were multiple Springlock failures, which we thought for a little bit of time was what Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie were victims of Springlock failures. But what if the Glamrock animatronics were the Springlock failures? Maybe they were performing and Glamrock Freddy wanted to do something that a punk rock artist would do, like slide across the floor. Actually, I don't think they do that, but you get the point. And maybe the Springlocks killed him. That would explain if the animatronics are possessed. Now, that would be weird, considering then we have the question on who Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie are. But that seems to be maybe what's going on. Out of all the theories I've listed, that seems the most obvious. This is the FNAF 2 location. Outside, they were performing, or maybe it's the FNAF 1 location, or maybe a completely new location. And outside, they were performing, and they did some punk rock move, and the Springlocks activated, and they died in front of all the people. Therefore, the restaurant got a bad reputation, or an even worse reputation, and they shut down. So that could mean that this would be the FNAF 1 location. Because I don't think we know how the FNAF 1 location shut down. Or it could be a new location, maybe even in between FNAF 1 and 2. With Springlock suits. Maybe they were tired of the animatronics, like, bugging out and murders happening with the animatronics. So they decided Springlock suits were safer. And this is the Springlock location. And maybe, there's plenty of possibilities. That's just my idea. Anyway, this is Rise Knights, and peace out.